All right, y'all. It is something in the water when it comes to Prince George's County, and everybody is looking forward to the upcoming documentary produced by our very own Kevin Durant. It's called Basketball County in the Water. Showtime tomorrow, May 15th. We're looking forward to it. And what better way to get the hype going than the release of this record 495 that IDK put out? And IDK is a good friend of the station, of the family, of me. And I'm so excited for him, man. And for those who don't know, IDK is the music supervisor, composer of the soundtrack for Basketball County. And so we had to get him on this morning. What's happening, man?
Yeah, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing?
I am wonderful. Now that I got you on, it's getting harder and harder to get up with you.
Nah, you know what it is. It was all right. It was easy. It's not hard for you.
No, no, but I am following everything that you're doing. Been following you for a while, and IDK. I think you're one of the smartest people I've ever met in this industry as far as music and your approach. So,
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
yeah, definitely. It was no surprise when I saw that you had joined on as the music supervisor, composer, and 495. You brought the squad together, man. Rico Nasty, Young Manny, Big Flock, Big Jam, Winksy on the hook, Juicy J producing. Whew.
Yeah. That was fun, man. This is probably one of the most fun records I ever made, to be honest with you.
Yeah. How did you get everybody together? How did you assemble the team? Like, was it a matter of like a bunch of different artists, or you was this the narrowing down? What was your creative process for 495?
Man, this was like, I had the beat already. Juicy had sent me like a pack of beats, and then I just went to Maryland for like a week. It was right before I went to go speak at Harvard. I literally went to Maryland for the week of, because I'm like, if I'm gonna be on the East Coast, I want to be home for a little while. So I went home. And I was like, let me set up some sessions while I'm out there. And then I was like, all right, since I'm out here, I'm home setting up sessions. Let me make sure I get specific people that I want to work with from home. And I called almost everybody. I hit almost everybody. But for this particular song, I picked who I wanted on this song. I with Wincy, it really started out with him, I think. Yeah, it started out with him. I had him come to the studio. I wanted to do a lot more with him, actually. It's just time didn't really permit it, but we ended up doing this, and it was just perfect. Like, I've been wanting to work with him. Like, I just felt like his voice is so unique, and it could work in so many different ways, in rap outside of just go-go.
Yeah.
And I think, like, with his voice, it could be done in a way where it's a lot more contemporary too, like pushing the boundaries of what music should sound like, not just what you expect him to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had the Petula Clark sample. Shout out to her for clearing it, because she don't like to clear samples like that, but she cleared it, and I just had him sing that, and that's how that part came along. And then the rest of the song was literally just Manny came in the studio one day, Big Jam and Big Flock were in the studio the same day. I chopped pieces of it. Everybody did like a 16-bar verse. I just chopped pieces of what I felt made the most sense. And I like chopped up Big Jam, what he did. I chopped it up, and I told Flock to go in the studio and just get going between. It was like, it was just organic. There wasn't much thought to it. It was just like, these are the people that I want. All right, come in the studio. Let's see what you do. And this is what came about.
Man, I love it. It feels like home. It makes me want to have a little cookout, even though I can't invite anybody over due to this whole pandemic. But
I know.
It's very like in the backyard or just driving around, like, especially I'm a lifelong citizen of gorgeous Prince George's. So that's what I rep. So I was driving around First Baptist Church of Glenard and had that thing bumping.
Yeah, it's only right, man. That's how you gotta do it. That's how you gotta do it, for sure.
Yeah, and it's exciting. It's exciting to see so many people excited about the documentary and the music, putting it all together. So I wanted to ask about like just your role as the music supervisor. I know you and Katie are cool, but like, is this something that he asked you to do? Was this something you heard about the documentary and you like, man, I got the perfect soundtrack for it? How did you guys bring it together?
That was another thing. It was like, I was with Katie when he was in LA right before I left to come here, come to Maryland. And literally Rich Kleiman and KD had been talking. That's his manager. They had been talking about me being a part of it, and then next thing you know, Rich Kleiman is the one that called me, and then I hit KD after, and I was like, "Yo, you know I'm doing this." He's like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? He was like, they talked and whatnot, so it was more like that. They reached out to me,
Mm,
um, and then it kind of like escalated. It started out narrating, then it became music super. Then it became scoring it, which is composing it, and then it became music supervising it because I felt like I'm like, yo, there's some things that some people that need to be in here. If you want to make a documentary about PG County, even if it's some DC artist, some PG artist, whatever, like, it's got to be people from around here. You know, it was at the time it was a lot of we were just trying to figure that part out. So I was like, let me be the one to kind of like get some of these people on it, and that's kind of how it happened.
yeah. No, I think it's cool. Have you seen the documentary with the music, like everything all tied in?
The very last version I haven't seen. It's it's been changing. Like it's a kind of like with these things sometimes it's just like my music. I could be working on it to the very last minute. So
Mm,
I haven't seen the very last version of it. I know that due to some clearance issues, I couldn't get everybody that I wanted in there.
yeah.
That was part of the challenge, but we definitely did the best we could to make sure we represented who we needed to represent, provided
Good.
that some people didn't have, the business of what they got going on really straight enough for us to clear some of them records.
Yeah. Good. And I
And in
saw.
terms of the artists, that is like,
Mm,
people just be putting songs on YouTube and they blow up, and then you can't really, you know what I mean?
yes.
So, yeah.
I understand, and I noticed that I saw your label Clue on there as well. So,
Yeah,
again, like I said, one thing I've always appreciated, respected about you over your career is just your attention to the business. Like you really made it your point to learn the music business,
yeah,
and you went a whole different route than most artists, right? You did collabs with Forbes.
right,
You've
right,
done all,
right.
you've gotten very creative, and now that's all led you to Clue, where I feel like you're at a different level of creativity. So speak to kind of just the freedom and the vision that you have moving forward. Now that I feel like it's just like, I feel like where you're at right now, everything is coming together. So throughout your career, when we would do interviews, it was like you were closer and closer and closer to where you wanted to be, or finding that formula, or finding how you wanted to, you know, create your version and how you wanted to do, like on your own terms.
For
Now
sure.
I feel like you're there. Do you feel like you're there?
Nah. I feel like I got a lot more work to do still. I think that I'm appreciative of what has come, but I understand that the foundation that I'm building, is going to take even more time. The great thing about, like, when you say you see Clue on the artwork, it's like when I got this opportunity, not only did I, do what I had to do, but I brought my team along with me, and put them where I felt like their strengths were. So there's a lot of different people from Clue, um, producers and admin people, whatever, like that are on this project as well. And that's kind of how I tend to do a lot of the things that I do. Everybody that I'm working with, if you work with me as an artist and you're doing a good job, when other opportunities come, you're going to be a part of that too,
Yeah.
wherever I see fit. So that's kind of like what I've been building with Clue for the most part.
Okay. Well, 495, that's the single. When do we get the full body of work? What's the next step?
So with that, I want to give this documentary some chance to breathe, but at the same time, I'm simultaneously working on more music. Me and KD are putting together a lot of different things.
Okay. And then, so from what you've seen of Basketball County, again, showtime tomorrow, May 15th, that's when we get to see it in the water. From what you've seen, do you feel like it did justice to this area when it comes to basketball? And I
Yeah,
ask that as a Prince Georgian, because when I grew up, Delonte West was a superstar at Eleanor Roosevelt when I was in high school. So like, I know how much basketball thrives, and how the players and Quinn Cook and all of them, seeing them really come of age
yeah.
from this area. So do you feel like it's really going to do us that justice?
I believe so. When I watched it, I learned a lot of stuff that I didn't really know. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like, so being able to to learn so much from it. I'm like, a lot of people probably are gonna get hip to a lot of things when this comes out.
Good. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, is some more of the history, because I also grew up watching Steve Francis play at the University of Maryland, going to Coalfield House and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to really seeing the history, and I love that you and artists from this area are behind the soundtrack. So good work, man. Good
Thank you.
work.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Absolutely. $4.95. Now, is there a video? Because I don't think I've seen a video for it.
No, not yet, but we trying to work on it. You know, the circumstances make it a little hard to kind of get that together, but we working on something.
Okay. Well, IDK, keep pushing, man. I'm super proud of you. Song is dope. I got it on repeat. 495, IDK, Rico Nasty, Young Manny, Big Flock, Big Jam, Wincy. I said, man, okay now. I was with, once I saw Winks, I was like, oh, that's what we doing?
Yeah,
That's what we doing?
Exactly what we doing.
So I'm proud of all y'all, man. It's like so many unique voices all on one track. It's such a representation of the DMV area and the movement. And I love to see us coming together and collaborating, and hopefully we can do much more.
Of course. And we're gonna do much more, for sure.
Yeah, keep pressing, IDK. Any love you want to send before we get up off this?
Oh man, I want to send love to all my DMV people, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. You know what I'm saying? I know this is a hard time for a lot of people. We don't like to be inside. It's nice and warm outside. We want to go have cookouts. Some of us are still doing it. But one thing I want everybody to know is just please be safe during this time. You know, we losing a couple people. I don't want to lose too many more people. You know what I mean? So let's just make sure we cautious in the way that we do things.
There it is. IDK, man, keep up the great work.
Yes, and if you want to keep up with me,
yeah,
you know, make sure you follow me at IDK. If you don't know, it's the easiest Instagram in the world. It's just IDK.
It is, and you are quite entertaining. I feel like you're entertaining, controversial. I see people fighting in there. I see people being challenged. It's a wild world in the world of IDK, man.
Yes, you know, you never know what you'll get. That's why you gotta follow. See.
Keep working, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, then. Thank you.
All right, peace. Awesome. Thank you, man.